Good morning, Cachapines. As you can see, I'm not in my apartment and currently I'm at my boyfriend's apartment in Germany. He lives right now in Darmstadt and he works at the EUMETSAT, which is a European institution that monitorizing the satellites that gives us the forecast for the weather. I will show you a little bit of my day, but mostly I think that it will be his work. So now let's get changed. And now come along with me to spend the day working and visiting my boyfriend. I don't know about your work, especially if it's like an office job. Normally, I have like small things to do. They're not quite difficult, but in the end, adding it up, it takes you a lot of time, and sometimes there's so many to-dos. And I like to have them written down somewhere so that I don't forget them. And I indeed have an iPad, and I usually use Notion because I do not only like put down all my work information like my to-dos, special little to-dos like create an opportunity, make an offering, etc, etc, etc. I also have my personal life. For example, when I had to do some renovations at my home, I had all written down here on my Notion app. Also, I can have it on my phone, I can access through my computer too. And also I put, like, for example, my groceries list, what I need to buy at IKEA, for example, the errands that I need to do. And I think it's better than a paper agenda because normally I don't have like enough space in some cases. And Notion, you can like personalize to your necessities. You need to leave a little bit the app if that makes sense. But in the end, if you know how to make the most out of it, you can like organize everything and optimize your time. Like, it's life changer for me. That now I work in 2 teams at the same time, and sometimes I can get messed up all the things. My email is full of things. I can like just scroll, archive, and write down what I need to do. I recommend you to have like an organized life. I think that can help you to save so much time and especially so much effort. Good afternoon, everyone. It's already 1 p.m. and I've been working all morning. Now I'm going to cook a little bit, some potatoes in the oven, but I will keep working while they are cooking. Let's go.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you still want me.
Okay, now that I have cut all the veggies, I'm going to preheat the oven a little bit, 180 degrees for 10 minutes or something like that. And now I'm going to add some flavor. Of course, some olive oil, Spanish olive oil, of course. A pinch of salt, some pepper, garlic, and a little bit of basil. And also, another thing that is quite unknown in Germany is that they have a really good chocolate brand. It's called this one, Meteosat, and it says that it's really sustainable, like it's here certified. All the cocoa grains, they come from a very sustainable plantation, and they have very many types of chocolate, and it's so tasty. This one is dual coffee flavor, one is crunchy, another one is milky, and this one is with some sweet and salty. This one that I've shown is pistachio. This one is white chocolate with hazelnuts. It looks so delicious. I've tried some like basic ones like milk with chocolate, and it's really good. I did not try yet those special ones. I just gave them out as presents to my family. But they told me that they are great and they are sustainable. Okay, after this little introduction, I'm going to introduce all the vegetables that we've cut in the oven that it's already preheated. I now have finished working finally, and now I'm going to eat because I'm like so hungry. It's 3 p.m. I finished my last meeting just 2 minutes ago. Normally in Spain, if you're not familiar with it, on Fridays we have the timetable intensivo, which is intensive literally, which means that you go working from 8 a.m. until 2 or 3 p.m. and then you get to eat after that. You don't split the day to eat your lunch like other days from Monday to Thursday. So I will show you my food. So this is my meal. It does not look quite delicious, but it smells incredible. And these bowls that I added, they are some Thai bowls that I bought at Lidl. As we say in Spain, que aproveche.
Still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time.
Okay, right now I finished eating and I have my coffee here. Also have my dessert. If you don't know, these are called true fruit. This is the German version. There is also in Argentina that they have the franuis, which is basically some like raspberry with some chocolate covered, and it's the best, especially when it's hot in summer. Mwah. And it looks like a little chocolate ball, and then you eat it. It's a little fruit inside. Really good. Finished already like cleaning up everything on the kitchen, and now I'm going to get dressed to go, otherwise I will get really late. So let's change. Let's go. Well, to be noted as a good European house, my boyfriend lives in a 4th floor with no elevator, so we need to walk 4 floors each time that we come and go to his house. But well, this is a workout for free. As soon as you enter, you can see here all the samples of the satellites that are floating around our atmosphere, and these are on a scale of 3 to 4, and there you can see some info, and it's most of them designed by EUMETSAT in collaboration with the ESA, which is like the NASA but the European version. These 3 satellites compile information for early warnings for natural disasters and extreme weather. This big one satellite, it's used to measure the sea temperature, sea levels, and also to see how polluted is the ocean. This model is like a combo because measures a lot of kind of data from the atmosphere, from the ice, from the lands, from the oceans, etc, etc, etc. Some satellites like this one can function with just one side of solar panels, since it adds up some weight and it's quite important. On the other hand, it's a risk when it's deployed in the space, because you don't have a backup in case that one fails.
This is the second generation of Meteosat. That means that this second version of the satellites that were used to generate the forecast of the weather sent to space, but that means also that by now they are somewhat old. We are now going to see the 3rd generation, that is the new one that we are working with.
Whoa, it's like the iPhone. This is the satellite that my boyfriend works with, which is called MSG. Has some little nozzles to rotate around its own axis, as it's a cylinder shaped. And over there you can see the camera that spins around itself, and it faces the Earth's surface, take a burst of pictures to compile all the data. And this satellite orbits 36,000 kilometers away from the Earth's surface. This satellite is part of the Meteosat missions, which collaborate with other institutions like the KINES, which is the French space agency, the NASA, and the NOAA, which is the American Institution for Weather Forecast.
This is the 3rd generation, so this is the newest one, and this is the I one. There is an S and an I. MTGI is an imager, it takes images, so it basically has a camera. And then over there we have the MTGS, that it's a sounder. So it's more like a bat. It makes echoes of sound, but it also measures the atmosphere pressure and such, knowing how much it takes for the sound to come back and such. And this is the last satellite that we have launched for the Meteosat project. This is the one that I am working more with right now. The next one that we are going to launch is a copy of the imager that we saw before.
This is the main building of the EUMETSAT, and here you can see it doesn't guide anything, but it's like symbolic for the institution. And here you can see all the European flags that collaborate with this European public institution.
Not only Europe, there is a flag of Canada.
Oh, merci. This is the main entrance where all visitors can come in. As you enter, you can see this charming little river with some plants and this bridge. And what I'm showing is the result of the burst of pictures taken by the satellite after a full day of processing. Impressive. After that, we entered the control room, which looks like that, but I was not allowed to take videos. I could access only because I had someone acquaintance that worked in there, but in other cases, as a group of visitors, you cannot access. Not all areas are restricted. For example, here in the entrance they have a panel explaining each of the satellites that we have just seen on the outside, and they normally show it in the visiting tour. And here again you can see again the satellite that my boyfriend is working with. And these are some models of the rockets that they use to send the satellites to this space. And there were also more models of the MSG satellite. You can see this one is the star of the EUMETSAT. Currently they are celebrating their 40th anniversary at EUMETSAT, so you can come visit this beautiful institution with a lot of interesting information. Hope you enjoyed. So good evening. It's already 8 p.m. After the last take of the EUMETSAT, we came back home and we took a little nap because we were so tired. And we are going to cook our dinner. We're going to eat some burrito bowl, but without meat because I don't eat meat. So we're going to cook a little bit of rice and some vegetables to do the dinner. And right now my dear boyfriend, he's cutting the veggies and I'm going to prepare the rice. It's teamwork. So we're going to measure the rice with this, and if you don't know, what we do is for 1 cup of rice, we do 1.5 of water.
Typical Spanish tradition.
Typical Spanish tradition, I think.
I don't know, that's what we do to measure paella.
Really?
This is my family.
That's how I cook also my rice, my Chinese rice.
Oh.
Do you think this is enough for 2? Yes, right? Or do you think you want more?
A little bit more.
Full cup.
Full cup maybe is a little bit too much. This cup is like 3 servings.
Full cup.
Do full cup because 3 servings, but I usually put a lot with the rice. So. Emilio, your stoves are always broken. Perfect.
And now the most important part is to clean a little bit the rice. I've cleaned the rice. I'm going to put some water. The way that we do it in China is to bring it to boil the rice and then let it cook for 15-20 minutes at a temperature. If your fires are from 0 to 9 at a temperature of 2 kind of, and I will add some minced garlic and some like veggie soup, like some sort of like little tablet. Okay, so now I took 1 square of vegetable soup and I'm going to put just the half, otherwise the rice would be too salty. Okay, I'm going to keep the other half for another recipe. I'm going to put some garlic and I'm going to mix it up. And some secret ingredient, I add a little bit of olive oil so that it doesn't get stuck to the bottom. And then we let it rest for 15 minutes. Bye bye. And right now my beautiful boyfriend, he's cooking the veggies while the rice is cooking next to it. And I will take a shower while he is doing the rest. This is our dinner with some cheese. It smells exceptional. How does it look, Emilio?
Let's taste it.
It's good? Yay. Great. So we hope that you enjoyed the video. We are now going to eat dinner and then going to bed. So that's all for this week. Hope you enjoyed. And write down your comments, your thoughts about the EUMETSAT, if you like it or not, if it surprised you or not. And besitos. Mwah.